Shalom, shalom, everybody.
Maslumha,
Wait,
Kopasere,
Kopasere.
Kopasere.
Manishma.
Manishma.
Somebody to pop on here.
Dun 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 dun.
Who's it gonna be?
Dun, dun.
Who's coming
gonna
first?
be who's the winner?
Oh,
And the winner is Ronnie Page.
David and Michelle Vance.
Hey,
Shalom,
Bob,
guys.
David, Michelle, you almost won the
Shalom, Ronnie.
inexistent prize.
Shalom,
Non-existent.
David and Michelle.
Shalom, shalom, you guys. Hope y'all are doing well. All right, so we are on day 65, Isaiah 65.
Shalom, Roblin.
Roblin, Jason Truitt, shalom, shalom. Boker Tov for y'all.
Shalom, Daniel.
Daniel Brown. And it'd be Ed of, well, I don't think there's an afternoon. It's Boker Tov and Ed of Tov, which is good evening. Yom Tov is good day.
Good day.
That's pretty much the gist of it. So, Stephanie Foltz. All right, here we go. We're on 65.
Day 65,
See.
Isaiah 65.
So there's 25. I'll read the first 12. You read the last 13.
Sure.
All right. I was sought by those who did not ask for me. I was found by those who did not seek me. I said, here I am, to a nation that was not called by my name. I have stretched out my hands all day long to a rebellious people who walk in a way that is not good, according to their own thoughts. A people who provoke me to anger continually to my face, who sacrifice in gardens, burn incense on altars of brick, who sit among the graves and spend the night in the tombs, who eat swine's flesh. The broth of abominable things is in their vessels, who say, keep to yourself, do not come near you, for I am holier than you. These are smoke in my nostrils, a fire that burns all the day. Behold, it is written before me, I will not keep silence, but will repay, even repay into their bosom. Your iniquities and the iniquities of your fathers together, says Yehovah, who have burned incense on the mountains, blasphemed me on the hills. Therefore I will measure their former work into their bosom. Thus says Yehovah, as the new wine is found in the cluster, one says, do not destroy it, for a blessing is in it. So will I do for my servant's sake, that I may not destroy them all. I will bring forth descendants from Yaakov and from Yehuda, an heir of my mountains. My elect shall inherit it. My servants shall dwell there. Sharon shall be a fold of flocks, the valley of Achor a place for herds to lie down. Apparently the valley of Achor is, but it's where Tel Arad is. It's right next to Tel Arad.
Interesting.
Yeah, we need to go back and look at that. Where was I?
Verse 11.
I'm going to read that again. Sharon shall be a fold of flocks, a valley of Achor, a place for herds to lie down for my people who have sought me. But you are those who forsake Yehovah, who forget my holy mountain, who prepare a table for Gad, and furnish a drink offering for Mani. Therefore I will number you for the sword. You shall all bow down to the slaughter, because when I called, you did not answer. When I spoke, you did not hear, but did evil before my eyes, and chose that in which I do not delight.
Verse 13. Therefore, thus says Yehovah Elohim, behold, my servants shall eat, but you shall be hungry. Behold, my servants shall drink, but you shall be thirsty. Behold, my servants shall rejoice, but you shall be ashamed. Behold, my servants shall sing for joy of heart, but you shall cry for sorrow of heart. and wait for grief of spirit.
Well,
And wails, thank you, and wail for grief of spirit. You shall leave your name as a curse to my chosen. Wow. For Yehovah Elohim will slay you and call his servants by another name, so that he who blesses himself in the earth shall bless himself in Elohim of truth. And he who swears in the earth shall swear by the Elohim of truth, because the former troubles are forgotten, and because they are hidden from my eyes. Behold, I create new heavens and a new earth, and the former shall not be remembered or come to mind. But be glad and rejoice forever in what I create. For behold, I create Jerusalem as a rejoicing, and her people a joy. I will rejoice in Jerusalem, and joy in my people. The voice of weeping shall no longer be heard in her, nor the voice of crying. No more shall an infant from there live but a few days, nor an old man who has not fulfilled his days. For the child shall die 100 years old, but the sinner, being 100 years old, shall be cursed. They shall build houses and inhabit them. They shall plant vineyards and eat their fruit. They shall not build and another inhabit. They shall not plant and another eat. For as the days of a tree, so shall be the days of my people. And my elect shall long enjoy the work of their hands. They shall not labor in vain, nor bring forth children for trouble. For they shall be the descendants of the blessed of Yehovah, and their offspring with them. It shall come to pass that before they call, I will answer, and while they are still speaking, I will hear. The wolf and the lamb shall feed together. The lion shall eat straw like the ox, and dust shall be the serpent's food. They shall not hurt nor destroy in all my holy mountain, says Yehovah.
this is when everything's said and done and over with. I mean, this is Revelation 21. And what I like here, because at first it threw me off, but as I thought about it, it made sense. No more shall an infant from there live but a few days. In other words, an infant's life will be endless. Nor an old man who has not fulfilled his days. For the child shall die 100 years old. In other words, we will still be as a child at 100 years old. There's no end. And then the sinner being 100 years old shall be accursed. And the opposite thing of to the sinner, his curse is no end. It's a reference to being forever. Because we know a child does not die at 100 years old.
Right.
But it's given a reference that you won't even pass childhood until you're like 100 years old, a baby.
And they said, it says they'll be like cedars. Cedars are trees. Trees live for hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years.
Right.
Some of them.
So, I mean, it's just an indication of being that you will be with me forever. And we know that this has to be when everything's finished. This has to be a quote or a witness. I'm sorry. This has to be what points to Revelation 21, or Revelation 21 witnesses to this. Because, for behold, I create new heavens and a new earth.
Right.
The former shall not be remembered or come to mind.
Right.
So when the old heaven and old earth pass away, everything, all the memories of it go bye-bye with it.
Mm-hmm.
But yet we'll recognize each other. We'll know each other. And then I love,
That's interesting.
and this rolls with it too.
That's really interesting. Because it even says here, they shall not labor in vain, nor bring forth children in trouble.
Right. And also, going back to verse 18, but be glad and rejoice forever in what I create. We will be rejoicing forever in it. For behold, I create Jerusalem as a rejoicing and her people a joy. This would be the new Jerusalem that descends upon the earth. I will rejoice in Jerusalem, joy in my people. The voice of weeping shall no longer be heard in her. That's not going to be in millennial reign. And those who don't come unto Jerusalem to keep the goat, there's going to be a lot of weeping because they're not getting no rain in their land. That's a famine. That's starvation. That's not good. There's going to be plenty of weeping going on. Nor the voice of crying, no more shall an infant. Let's see. And where did you read? Let's see.
Verse 23.
They shall not labor in vain, nor bring forth children for trouble. So does that mean that children? Oh, that's a can of worms right there, man.
They shall be the descendants of the blessed of Jehovah, and their offspring with them. So, wow.
Does that mean that we can still have children?
Repopulate the earth?
Well, if angels were able to lie with the daughters of men,
I don't know.
this would be interesting to possibly
Study.
put with the
Oh, okay. Yeah, actually, that's a good idea.
the Malach, the priesthood, all that.
Well, I was thinking this one.
Yeah, no, I don't, that won't work with that one.
Okay.
I think that would definitely goes with that one. Remember all we got into on that? Oh, wait a minute.
I was gonna say, man, it's this
Yeah,
one.
that's that one.
This one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nope. Just right here. Or where do you want?
Wait a minute, wait. So Psalm, put Psalm right there, right? Psalm, and then this is, oh, no, I'm sorry. This is Isaiah.
Yeah.
So write it right below the word,
Okay.
Isaiah.
65.
Man, Mishpahav, we are so stoked about the next 6 Shabbats that Anthony and I are preaching the next 6 Shabbats together. And we have got, I just have to believe that Yah has handed us some amazing messages, going to blow your socks off for one. But two, they're going to be some really deep heart teachings, amen?
Amen, brother.
Man, these are going to be awesome. I have never been so excited about it. I don't think I've ever had 6 weeks of sermons lined up before. Not like this, and not without it being a series. And none of these are a series. These are all separate ones. And the first one we're doing this Shabbat, it's going to be called "Knowing the End from the Beginning." You don't even have a clue what we're getting ready to hit on that one. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be nothing like you were thinking. Or maybe you will. So, all right, Mishpachah. So, that's Isaiah 65, day 65. Tune in tomorrow for 66.
We love you, Mr. McCall.
We love you, but most of all, Yah loves you. Shalom, shalom.